Hi everyone, my name is Josh Rudnicki, and this is the beginning of my second year at University of Baltimore, working towards my MBA. I don't have a specific focus for my MBA, I'm just trying to kind of get a well-rounded picture of everything that the business world has to offer, so that hopefully that can make me, or better prepare me to make my decision on what career I want to move into afterwards. Based on everything I've seen so far, I'm thinking maybe I go into a consulting role in something like a sustainability field because sustainability is something that I'm particularly interested in. I think there's a big future in it. I think there's going to be a lot of funding and opportunity in that area. I also might go into something like wealth management because I really find that interesting, and I think it's helpful to train people or teach people how to better understand their finances and prepare them for things like retirement or big life, events like marriage or saving for college for their kids, those kinds of things. That being said, I have a fairly diverse background, primarily in fields related to healthcare and wellness. I went to trade school when I was 19, became a licensed massage therapist, and worked as a massage therapist for 7 years after that. For the last 4 of those 7 years, I earned my bachelor degree from Towson University in exercise science. When I completed that, I began working for the Baltimore VA Hospital in an exercise and robotics lab, where basically we used an active ankle system to help patients who had a deficit in their ankle joint move their ankle while they were walking, ideally to teach them to walk again on their own without the use of the robot. That was the goal there. After about 3 years working there, I decided to move on to where I work now, which is the University of Maryland Shock Trauma Campus. I work in the Department of Orthopedics. Essentially, I conduct big research studies that help patients who sustained injuries like fractures hopefully avoid complications after their injuries. So we try to do studies that reduce the rates of infection or complications like reoperation after the initial injury. We also do some large retrospective studies. Sometimes they look at economic outcomes, sometimes they look at functionality outcomes and all sorts of other things. But basically, we look back at a bunch of data from patients, and we look at either how their household income was affected after they had a fracture and how that changed as they got further out from the recovery, and then we compare that to something like a control group that hasn't sustained an injury who's about the same age group to see how that's impacted their household income. We've done other studies that are similar to that, but they look at a healthy control versus a patient who's sustained an orthopedic injury for things more related to physical function and daily activity completion. That being said, I'm very excited to expand my knowledge in all the fields that I'm going to focus on this semester in school. In accounting, it's not something that I'm particularly thrilled to be in, if I'm being honest, but it's something that I understand is very important. I know it's very easy to spend more than you realize you're spending when you're running a company or when you're managing a company. It's very easy to kind of get out of whack when it comes to your money management. So I know it's very important to pay attention to the numbers. It's very important to know where your money is going when it comes to realizing that you're spending too much, and also planning for the future and knowing how you need to spend and allot your money so that it lasts the longest and so that it's being used efficiently. So I know accounting is important, and even though it's a bit dull for me sometimes, I'm excited to expand my knowledge there. So I look forward to spending the semester with all of you, and thanks so much for watching my video.